I can heal any wound just by touching water. Because I'm a descendant of Poseidon, and divine blood runs through my veins. As long as I'm near water, almost nobody can kill me. But before all this, I had spent 18 years living in the normal world without knowing anything about my powers. Until one day, I visited a Greek mythology exhibit at school, and suddenly realized the ancient Greek words on the wall were as easy to read as English. Before I could figure out why, my teacher called me into his office. He told me the Furies from Greek mythology were hunting me because Zeus's most powerful weapon had been stolen, and just a few days earlier, every clue had pointed to me. So Zeus confronted Poseidon and gave him 14 days to recover the weapon. Otherwise, I'd be sent to the underworld and might even trigger a war among the gods. My teacher knew I was being framed, but there was no time to explain. He handed me a pen and told me to find my mother immediately. When I got home, my mom told me the whole truth. Then, she rushed me into the car and set out for Camp Half-Blood because it was the only place I would be safe. But on the way, a massive bull suddenly charged at us and slammed into our car. There was no time to avoid it. The vehicle flipped over instantly. Although we survived the crash, we barely had time to recover before I spotted the Minotaur charging toward us. Just then, my friend suddenly started taking off his pants. A few seconds later, he transformed into a wolf, then kicked open the car door and escorted us toward the camp entrance. But when I reached the gate, I realized my mother hadn't come through. I refused to leave and insisted on taking her with me. But my mom was only human and couldn't enter the camp. Because she couldn't cross the magical barrier, the Minotaur quickly caught her. The moment I saw that, I charged straight at it while pulling out the pen my teacher gave me. The next second, the pen transformed into a sword. But before I could strike, the Minotaur killed my mother right in front of me. At that moment, I completely lost control and rushed at the monster in a blind rage. But after only a few exchanges, it swatted me away with one blow. Then the Minotaur charged at me again. At the very last second, I dodged the attack and its horn became lodged in a tree. I seized the opportunity and ripped one of its horns right off, then drove it deep into its chest. The attack killed the Minotaur instantly, but my mother was gone forever, and I collapsed from exhaustion. When I woke up again, I was already at Camp Half-Blood, and now I had to keep getting stronger until I gained enough power to avenge my mother.